All efforts aiming at preparing the Nigerian school child for the challenges of the future, the Lagos State Government Education District 1, in conjunction with National Society of Black Engineers Lagos Technical Professionals, put together a 3-day leadership camp where 2 students were taken from 100 schools under the State District 1. While speaking on the team, raising dynamic leaders in an ever-changing world, various speakers encouraged the children about public speaking, robotics, and many more. Speaking on the motivation behind the 4th edition of the leadership camp, the Director Head of Counseling Unit, Education District 1, Olubukola Rosanwo, said the educational district is trying to encourage the exceptional students not to relax in their educational pursuits and also encourage others to strive harder. National Chairman of the Nigerian Institute of Mechanical Engineers, Funmilade Akingbagbohun, advocated the need for Nigerian educational curriculum to continue to include robotic studies, as this, she said, is the pathway to growth and development of the pupils so as to meet future demands. Other facilitators also commended the initiative. Also, the President, National Society of Black Engineers, Engineer Adebayo Majongbe, stated that the initiative to expose young minds to robotics, public speaking, and innovations in the field of engineering would help for future leaders to build a career in any field of engineering they wish to venture into.
To train these children to change their energy to positive energy. Because if you change their energy to positive energy, you find out that a lot of them will be able to go on the internet for research and not for Instagram. They'll be able to go on the social media to see the new trends in technology. And then we need parental guidance in order to be able to, encourage them. So I want to encourage that there should be a lot of advocacy, in terms of training children to use the internet for positive things, for research, for technology build-up, for their career progression. They need to be able to use the internet for that, and not for TikTok, and not for a lot of other things that they are doing on the internet.
Said this is National Society of Black Engineers. We are engineers, we can do it, and we are moving on. We can do it. So that's why we are here today to collaborate with Lagos State. And Lagos State, they are doing fantastically well. They are doing good. And you see, this is just the starting point. We are moving higher. And we still have other programs later in the future, like Career Talk, Innovation, Trust to Treasure program. That is, the students will be trained how to use what we call trash. Now it becomes treasure to you, something useful, So that is what we have in plan for the future.
Precisely, we arrived there 22nd, which is Tuesday, and today is Thursday, so we spent at least 3 nights. And those that have come to speak on them, to them, like even yesterday, they were able to speak on etiquette, and those many things that they have not had before. Even not just the students, even we adults that are here with them, we're able to see what we too need. And these children, we are here this morning when they were recapping by themselves. They wrote down what they have learned and how they are going to improve on it, and how they are going to tell their schoolmates by the time they resume, by God's grace, next week, the 3rd term. And so we know that, and that's why we don't want to just leave them, make sure that they know how to maintain this excellence. So I'm sure that by the grace of God, as we keep on bringing in, this is just the 1st edition. So we want to also work more on it, and I believe that these children are being groomed even for that position of leadership and excellence.
The world is advancing, especially with AI and robotics. So I think it's high time the Nigerian curriculum learns to adopt robotics and artificial intelligence and programming in our day-to-day learning activities. For example, we will be displaying 2 robots today from the first challenge by Codarena and the Federal University and the Ministry of Education. So they usually sponsor a competition every year. It's called the First Tech Challenge, where we have the First Legal League and the First Tech Challenge, of course. So these robots now, what they do is that we train the children. So I'm a coach at BLSC, and we train them to program these robots. So this is just on a small scale. So we think in the future, when we can get these bigger parts, we can teach them to use it in engineering, use it in medicine, use it in any field at all. So this is like the bedrock, the starting point for them to build bigger and better functional things.
I've learned a lot of activities, like a lot, and they are so interesting. Like this program really taught me a lot. even some things I don't really know about, like physical health, public speaking, norms. I'm a shy type. I don't really like going on stage. But now, with confidence, I can say, and I'm sure that I'm going to face the crowd now.